We'll do it live.
Asmongold is getting in some shit right now for a different reason than covered last time. Asmongold plans to do a stream exposing Twitch for bias moderation, claiming he'll switch platforms if banned. People are saying he's crashing out. Essentially, what the deal is here is there's a lot of allegations of anti-Semitism from Twitch, and I mean, obviously, there's Hasan promoting terrorists on Twitch, right? So Asmongold, I guess, has seen this stuff, and he wants to have some kind of word about it with Twitch. You know, kind of go through it if he can. Hasan apparently is not too happy about this, though. He doesn't like it. In fact, he's blaming the current Twitch ad boycott, which was started by Dan Can't Stream, Dan Saltman, the greatest Jew in the world. Hasan apparently blames Asmongold.
I just want you to understand, by the way, when Asmongold is making threats like this is the result, okay? When you partner up with cynical fucking assholes who just simply want to see the fucking world burn, and they force platforms who are terrified of offending anyone, okay? Even if their purpose is utterly and so clearly to troll, okay? Platforms that turn around and capitulate and cave against that sort of thing are going to hurt other content creators, you know?
The weird thing about this to me, when I saw this, is I don't even really agree with the ad boycott necessarily. Like, I talked to Dan about it, and I push back on the existence of an ad boycott in general because I feel weird about it. I don't know. I feel weird about the creators who are going to get hurt that aren't. Hasan, but like the reason why the ad boycott is happening is undoubtedly because Hasan has been putting terrorist propaganda on his stream, and because Twitch somehow managed to ban all Israeli users from accessing the site. To him, there can't be any real like justified position for the ad boycott. It's all just like Dan Saltman is the Joker, I guess. Dan Saltman is the fucking Joker. Well, Asmongold saw this, obviously. He decided to give a little bit of a response to this.
Hasan blaming Asmon. Okay, here we go. Let's watch it.
When Asmongold is making threats like this is the result, okay? When you partner up with cynical fucking assholes who just simply want to see the fucking world burn.
I mean, I don't really think that's the reason. I mean, let's be honest. The Iran thing, like, nobody wanted people from Iran to get demonetized. Nobody's thinking, what are you talking about?
And
it is my fault. I don't think it's my fault that the adpocalypse happened. I think it's all of our fault. Like, I think it's Hasan's fault. I think it's my fault. It's Central Committee's fault. It's Frogan's fault. It's Denham's fault. It's Tectone's fault. It's, let's see, who else are we thinking? Probably, you know, like 1%, maybe Quinn's fault. Like, it's all of our fault.
How can Hasan lie about everything and still have fans? Well, if you create a loyal audience in an echo chamber and you just repeat lies enough, you can get away with it, right? Like, the thing is, his fans genuinely love him, and they believe a lot of the bullshit he says, pretty much all of it. And so he's able to create his own version of reality through that, right? Like, if you have like 30,000 people watching your stream every day, and you're constantly feeding them bullshit, and you're the only person they watch, and you encourage them to not watch other people's streams, when you criticize people, you don't actually show what they say, you just summarize their clips in like the most bad faith way you can interpret it, or straight up lie about it, you're going to be able to do it, dude. You're going to be able to do it, you know? It will bite him in the ass eventually, but for now, he's able to have his little echo chamber. Now, funnily enough, Hasan has been slandering friend of the show, Nicholas Diorio, for a while. For some reason, calling him alt-right, kind of living up to that age-old SJW talking point meme of calling everyone you disagree with a Nazi. He's been calling Nick Diorio, the commentary channel, who, to my knowledge, has never weighed in on politics once in his fucking entire career. He's calling him a Nazi for some reason. Hopefully the beginning of the end of Poggers. Whip it out, Tom. I'll do that real soon, dude. Tom, can you find me a hot bulge Aryan Latina mommy Dommy that voted for Trump? Yeah, I'll get right on that. I've got a whole Rolodex of them loaded up. Thank you, Tony, for the dono. And Big Mac.
Isn't this like Nicholas Diorio guy, like one of those fucking dipshit, like crypto fascist dudes too? This video's
like, I've never even heard anyone other than Hasan call him a crypto fascist. Even people who hate Nick. I've not heard a single one of them call him a crypto fascist. I literally do not understand where this is coming from. Like, he just pulled it out of his ass. Like, literally, like this is like such a blatant example of just literally lying. He's literally lying to his audience, okay? Weasley little liar, dude. Crypto fascist.
Actually, Destiny, yeah, I like that we're getting our notes from this guy, by the way, in terms of who we need to ban. Didn't this guy literally used to have like a straight up Nazi program?
I don't even know what he's talking about. He used to have a Nazi program. What do you mean by that? What Nazi program did he used to have? He always says shit like this too. Like, instead of just saying something happened, he's like, didn't this thing happen? Didn't this thing happen? Like, either someone in his chat lied to him and he just believed it because he wants it to be true, or he just pulled it out of his ass. I really don't know what's going on here. I'm having a very hard time understanding where this claim even comes from. Like, there are probably justified reasons to not like Nick. I'm sure they exist. Maybe you don't like his voice. I don't know. Maybe you think he's annoying, but he just immediately goes to saying he ran a Nazi show. Like I have a very hard time understanding why he says that. Bro thinks he's Nick Fuentes, but the thing is, it'd be funny if he did, but he knows Nick is not Nick Fuentes because he's talked to Nick Fuentes before. Hasan knows who Nick Fuentes is.
This guy said, I have estrogen coming out of my body. Dude, are Republicans this delusional? I mean,
why does he keep calling him a Republican? Why? Why do you think he's a Republican? What like Republican talking point is he ever given? I think you overestimate Hasan. I'm just trying to find some way that I can figure out where this came from. I'm trying to figure out where this claim came from. Frankly, I think a fat guy calling Hasan soy is really funny. I think it's awesome.
Wait, I'm sorry. Hold on. I mean, voting for Trump is one thing, and I've always said
voting for Trump is one thing. Has Nick ever said, I voted for Trump, I vote for Trump, everybody I vote for? Like, this isn't even like a thing where it's like Nick is putting forth all these crypto fascist memes, but he's like secretly hiding his true beliefs, right? Like Nick doesn't even do that. So I don't understand where the fuck this came from. Where did this come from?
Voting for Trump is one thing, and I've always said that like the most psychotic thing that Republicans do is like act like he's like this macho, sexy, handsome man. But I never really.
What is he even talking about? He's just making shit up. When has Nicholas DiOrio ever said he's some macho, sexy, handsome man? When has he ever said, I love Donald Trump, I want to suck his fucking orange dick? When has he ever said this? When has this ever happened? I don't understand. I don't understand at all. Like, where is this even coming from? He's just pulling it out of his fucking ass. He's just making it up. This is what I'm saying. He creates his own reality, and then it just exists to chat.
He thought that this fucking dude would be like, dude, you're such a soy boy. Not only that, but I'm going to fat shame here too. This fat piece of shit literally fucking earlier said I'm oozing with estrogen. That is directly a fucking shot at like, that is infinitely more homophobic, or rather, I guess maybe transphobic.
Homophobic and trans to say that he's oozing with estrogen? It's homophobic and transphobic. Is it homophobic to call someone soy? Is that homophobic? He's just calling you womanly. He's calling you weak, dude.
Then implying that someone is maybe confused about their own sexuality.
Nicholas DeFuentes. Yeah, dude, there was this guy on Twitter a few years ago. His name on Twitter was Nicholas J. DiOrio, and he would make these like America First Nicholas DiOrio edits. It was fucking crazy.
Dude, nothing I hate more than fucking annoying right-wing shitters. Did you debate Nick DiOrio on Twitch? No, I don't know who the fuck that person is, and I'm not interested in like debating your fucking random friend, okay? It's no different than being like, debate my uncle. Actually, guess what? Your uncle would probably be more interesting than some fucking random essay guy who I just clicked on his name earlier. And no, it's just not happening.
Like, I like how he pretends to not know who he is. He's like, I don't know who that is. Oh, wait, he's a random essay guy. So you do kind of know who he is. You know he exists at the very least. I have to imagine that Hasan is like going to bed, being kept awake at the thought of Nicholas DiOrio, guy with 60,000 followers on Twitter that gets like 2,000 to 3,000 live stream viewers. Like, this is like bothering him. This is like destroying his mental state for some reason.
Happening, bro.
I mean, basically Hasan just repeats retarded shit to his chat. His chat never seeks out sources. They just uncritically believe everything he says, and they even justify lying because it's like, oh well, Hasan is based. He's a socialist. He's cool. He's fighting for the right side. Versus the other guys, you know, are fighting for the wrong side. Therefore, we can just lie about them as much as they want. Like to him, anybody who disagrees with him is either a Nazi or a Republican or a Trump voter in some way. Or if not, he just makes shit up.
It's like, that's really the truth. Like, I mean, nobody went and made Frogan do like a tier list or a racial tier list. Nobody like, I didn't make her do that. I mean, I find it to be kind of flattering, right? That like now, it's like my fault that all.
This is the thing too. It's like you're blaming other people for the fact that you and your friends have been pushing terrorist propaganda and unironically saying racist shit about white people and Jewish people for like the past few months. Like, can you really, like, this is like, oh, well, if it isn't the consequences of my actions, like, what do you expect? Do you expect to just get away with it forever? Eventually the buck has to stop.
All this is happening, but everybody knows like there's been a million bad things that have happened on Twitch, things people didn't get banned for, etc. That group, like, I don't want to like say it's like a group of people, but it kind of is.
It is. It's a group of friends. They're all buddies. These are the people who, as soon as Hasan stops streaming, they start streaming. They refuse to go live if Hasan is live. They dick suck his viewership. They have no real audience of their own. If Hasan doesn't exist, they don't exist.
Hasan, like Central Committee, Denims, Frogan, all of those people, they've kind of defended a number of things that are extremely alienating for a lot of people. And I think...
He hates the liberal side. I mean, leftist side, okay. I don't mean he's a liberal, obviously. My bad.
I think that they've also defended a number of double standards and preferential treatment. Like, for example, like not getting banned for calling people crackers, or like the death threat thing only being like a 2 or a 3 day ban. And the problem is that they haven't really held Twitch accountable for people that they agree with. And I think what's happened is that other people see that there's that lack of accountability, and it's not really hard to perceive somebody that puts out.
Like, unironically, I think if Twitch were to be consistent, if Twitch wanted to be consistent on allowing political extremism, they would have to allow like straight up neo-Nazis on their platform at this point, right? I don't think that'd be a good thing, but like, if you're not going to ban political extremism on the side you believe in and you want to be consistent, then you just got to let it happen on the other side, right? Like, you basically have to, or else you're fucked, or else you look fucking retarded. I think ideally there would be probably no like insane political extremism on the platform, because it's just bad. It's bad for the world. I don't think that neo-Nazism being on Twitch, or that terrorism being on Twitch would be, ideal in any world. That stuff should, probably be banned. But if you're going to let it happen on one side, you kind of got to let it happen on the other side, no?
It's not that hard to see that a person like that is going to very clearly, they should get in trouble. And so when you play defense for things that you shouldn't play defense for, you should expect...
Honestly, all of you should be allowed, when we pick and choose at least to one extreme. I mean, the thing is, I think it's okay for a platform to not have everything be allowed, especially because if you have on a platform like Twitch or YouTube, like if you have like people calling for extermination camps or people calling for terrorism, advertisers might get weirded out by that, right? So like, obviously it makes sense that a platform will want to ban some of that, right? Like, you need to have some kind of boundary if you're a platform like this for content moderation, right? Like, within reason. I am kind of tepid. I have reservations about letting these platforms decide what is extremism, what is not. But generally speaking, I think that it's going to make sense that a platform like Twitch or YouTube is going to have some guideline. The problem with Twitch is their guideline is, as long as you support terrorists, you're based and cool, and you can get away with it as long as you want. That's the problem.
That people are also going to play offense for things that they shouldn't play offense for.
Can we get oiled up thugs on Twitch? I think oiled up thugs on Twitch would be beautiful. We need some serious BBC therapy.
Because you're defending something that's unreasonable. And I think that the current ad situation on Twitch is a result of a lot of hand-waving, a lot of intellectual dishonesty that I think people...
Calling for the ad boycott won't force Twitch to reform. It might be the only thing. If I think about it practically speaking, if you want Twitch to reform, the ad boycott might be the only thing, because it might get the CEO fired.
Have just become tired of, and now you see people bringing it up all the time because there's nothing else that they can do. They've tried to complain to Twitch. Twitch doesn't listen, and people think it's unfair. So I don't really think it's my fault specifically. I do think that some of the adpocalypse stuff is my fault.
Hasan would actually shit himself and explode if he got suspended or banned. Yeah, I don't know what he would even do. I feel like he doesn't have anything outside of the stream. I feel like this is probably where his entire ego is wrapped up. So he'd probably have a serious mental breakdown if he ever got banned on Twitch. It would probably be very, very bad. It'd probably be dark.
And you're welcome. Yeah, you're welcome. That's what happened. Too bad. And it's Twitch's fault, period. Yeah, it would have never escalated like this if people had held each other accountable and not tried to come up with excuses for bad behavior. But what's happened instead is that people have tried really hard on Twitch to come up with reasons why being racist or being wrong or saying bad stuff like this is acceptable. It's not acceptable. It never was acceptable. And I think everybody can see the double standard. And the difference with that is that, and I want to tell you guys, like, this is something that I also practice.
Putting a hit out on Destiny only gets you a 3-day ban. Not even him. Somebody put out a hit on Asmongold. Denims, right? I mean, she was kind of joking, but still, like, there was a whole wave of people at that time who were like, some of them ironically calling for violence, some of them seriously begging someone to kill certain streamers. And nothing even happened to them. It wasn't even like, haha, like, it'd be funny if he died. It was like, he should die.
Like, I said something stupid about, like, the whole Palestine thing. Remember that? Like, that was not a good day. And I got suspended for 2 weeks because of that. Not once have I said publicly that I didn't deserve that. I completely took accountability for that. I said, I fucked up. I should have said it in a different way. What I said could have easily been interpreted in the wrong way. I made a mistake. And so the issue is that people are not taking accountability.
He has said the street should run red with landlord blood, and he meant it with his whole heart. That's a level of hate that's dangerous. Yeah, I mean, he Literally, he literally advocates for violence against people he doesn't like. Yes, true.
For the bad things that they're doing, and they're trying to pretend like they're not bad. That's the reason why this is happening. That's why people are pushing the advertisers so hard, is because these people refuse to self-regulate. They refuse to do it. They need to stop playing defense for each other when one person does something that's clearly indefensible. And if you do something that should get you banned, you can't just keep defending people or expecting other people to defend you because you align with them politically or socially or you're friends with them. That's why the ad situation has happened. And I want to say, this is what I think really happened, is that I got suspended and everybody said, good, he got suspended, he broke the rules, he got in trouble. That's what happens. You break the rules, you get in trouble. Here's the problem, is that after I got in trouble, it provided a massive contextualization of all of the other people who didn't get in trouble.
Yeah, like what Asmon said is like not even fucking 10% as bad as the shit that a lot of these other people have said. It's not surprising that he got banned. It was kind of a crazy comment saying he should just mop the floor with fucking Gaza. That was kind of crazy, Like it was, well, that's not really what he said. I guess he said he didn't care and he didn't feel bad for them because everybody there were horrible people. It was still a crazy comment though. But like realistically, there has been a lot of people on Twitch saying even crazier shit for years, and nothing has happened to any of them. I mean, recently Twitch did a very like tepid, like, oh, we'll ban some of them, but Hasan has not been banned whatsoever. He's still fine.
So is it really my fault for the decisions that Twitch has made? Because if it had never happened, if all of these other people had gotten suspended as soon as they said something, we would never be having this conversation.
True.
Because the entire issue is that people break the terms of service, people say things that are hateful and destructive, and there's no accountability for it.
There's only accountability for it if you personally disagree with the Twitch moderation team's politics. If you agree with them, then you're fine forever. It's pretty sad. It's pretty sad, bro. Well, apparently there's a new video now by Dan Saltman in lieu of all this, going over all this stuff.
Hey, good afternoon.
It is titled, Twitch is insane with who they hire. Now, I'm curious what he has here. I don't know if there's some more leaks here or something. I don't know if there's some more information here that could be interesting to go over, but Dan Saltman it seems that Dan can't stream, Dan Saltman, perhaps the greatest Jew the world has ever known, perhaps the greatest Jewish voice the world has ever known, perhaps the greatest Benjamin Netanyahu supporter of all time. Okay, perhaps the greatest potato pancake chef ever born on this fucking, earth. Perhaps the most amazing guy from the Holy Land, okay? He personally has made a video saying Twitch is insane with who they hire. Now I'm curious what he's going to say here.
Hey, good afternoon. I'm making a quick update video, and unfortunately it's not really good news. It's actually very expected and sad news, but
it'll be interesting in 10 years to see how Hasan and his minions comments are viewed. I don't know. I don't know how it will be viewed. I feel like it might honestly be viewed positively depending on the way the country goes. Because with Trump getting elected, obviously there's a big right-wing swing. But at the same time, every time there's like a right-wing swing, there's then a left-wing swing. Like we saw it, for example, the first time Trump got elected, right? While he, like, when at the moment he got elected, there was like a big sort of anti-SJW skeptic YouTuber thing going on YouTube. And then you also had like a lot of right-wing creators, like Steven Crowder getting really big. But then that kind of flipped when Trump got in office because, the media typically is, reflective of the opposite of what the administration thinks, because it's like, speaking truth to power, we're destroying the guy that's in the number one spot or whatever, right? So like you had like a big bread tube wave, right? And so like when Trump gets elected now, again, if I had to guess, what's going to happen is the media, and when I say media, I don't mean like the sort of like, oh, the media is coming after us. I just mean like media in general, like streamers, YouTubers, stuff like that. I think there's going to be a big left-wing swing now, honestly. And then we'll get a, Democrat probably elected next time. Unless, I don't know, like JD Vance gets elected or something. And then after that, there'll be another right-wing swing and it'll be like, oh, we missed Trump, blah, blah, blah. That's basically what happens every time. Denims can bread my tube any day. I understand you, brother. I understand. It's a pendulum, always has been. Yeah, of course. I think it's pretty unique to this space. Overall, the media is always left-leaning. That's just not the case, though. I mean, if you're talking about like traditional mainstream media, yes, that is true. Like CNN, MSNBC, ABC News, like all of them are pretty left-wing, right? MSNBC, stuff like that. But the like online, a lot of the media is right-wing for sure. You do have Hasan, who's really big on the left, obviously. You have a few other big people. I mean, Destiny's pretty big. You have like I guess like David Pakman, Sam Cedar. There's a few big people. But then you also have like, I wouldn't say that Joe Rogan is necessarily right wing, but he does have a lot of right wing guests on. Obviously, a lot of his supporters are right wing. And then you have all these like other podcasts that are kind of peripheral to him in this like constellation of stuff. No, the fuck media is not right wing, it's left wing. Do you know what media means? You know what media, you realize I don't just mean like people that write articles. You realize like anyone who posts anything online is like if you post like a video, that is media. That's what I mean. Tim Pool is pretty big, although it's dead now. I mean, Tim Pool is, I don't know if he believes in right-wing stuff personally, but he pushes a lot of right-wing stuff, and he has a lot of right-wing, I mean, at this point, he is just a, conservative right-wing guy, right? Just came from the statue video, screaming like a girl. That's true, I do. People say media, they mean MSM. Yeah, but the thing is, like, the mainstream media is so dead at this point. Like, nobody even gives a fuck, you know what I mean? Like, all that shit is so fucking... Who fucking watches like CNN? I don't know anybody that watches any of that shit. It's just like there's like a few 100,000 boomers. I would even be surprised, honestly, if nightly like CNN on most days is cracking like 1 million live viewers. Comrade Pool is definitely right wing. Yeah, I guess it's hard for me to tell because he's a guy who's I don't think he ever says I am right wing, I'm conservative. He says like I'm a centrist. Obviously, you can't just take that at face value. He ultimately is right wing. I just mean what I mean by that is like I don't know if he's like a grifter who doesn't really believe in any of the shit he says. Like. Functionally, is he right wing? Yeah. Personally, is he right wing? I don't really know. Are you right or left? I'm a Nazi communist. That's what they don't know. I'm Nazbol.
A while back, I had reported that Twitch had previously hired someone who was formerly resigned from Ofcom due to their
That's grifting, Tom. I mean, yeah, true. That is, yes.
Under an investigation for anti-Israel or anti-Semitism or something, and they resigned when the investigation was going on. That was this person right here. The article for this right here on the BBC. But, basically, it wasn't a good look, is what I would say. I think that regardless of the merits of what that person's case was, like if I was running a daycare, I don't think that I would go and hire someone to oversee that daycare and when you Google their name, it's like this person stepped down amidst an investigation into, child endangerment. I think that would be a super bad.
If you take into account things like TikTok and Twitter, although there are plenty of right wings and centrists, the majority have left. I would guess that TikTok has a lot of left wingers. Twitter is, there are left wing people on Twitter, but so much of Twitter is so right wing, right? The owner of Twitter is a Trump supporter who artificially boosts his own tweets in the algorithm, like to get the president elected. Like, it's really no contest. Twitter is undoubtedly, I don't know what the fuck you're seeing on Twitter. Twitter is undoubtedly leaning right these days, I would say for sure. As far as TikTok, I don't really know. I don't spend a lot of time there. I wouldn't guess. I would guess that maybe TikTok is more left leaning, but that might just be the shit I see that makes its way to YouTube that gets like clipped and put on there, I don't really know.
To hire that person for a position that basically is defined by its bias, not having one. So today, what I wanted to do is I just, was curious about this person's direct report because between this person, Fadzai, and their Dan Clancy, there is one layer, there is one man between them, and that person, their name is artist Jared Jenkins. And artist Jared Jenkins is a prolific TikToker, and he has a lot of things to say, and unfortunately, a lot of them are quite shitty, and we're going to get into what these things are, but essentially it's what you would expect. A huge amount of bias, a huge amount of...
When I went on Twitter, it was left wing, but that was 2016 to 2021. Yeah, basically, I feel like it basically flipped as soon as Elon got in. Twitter was, I think, a very left wing platform for sure, with even a lot of like super viral, like very, very left wing stuff, like not like normie libtard stuff, like fucking super left wing stuff. But then it flipped. It flipped for sure.
In my opinion, and this whole video should be my opinion, by the way, but racism towards white people, towards people that are just trying to live their lives. And
oh my God, yeah, guys. Anti-white racism? Holy shit. Well, maybe what Dan should have remembered is that you can't be racist to white people, as we all know. You could not possibly be racist to white people. You can only be racist if you are white, as we all know. You guys all know this. We all agree. We're all in agreement here. I think that's a good point to be made, obviously.
And I will use his own words and showcase his own stuff. And a lot of this stuff is very recent. When there's older stuff, I'll put that up as well to kind of show a pattern that this is not like a new thing here. But I think it's important to get out there because like the entire Twitch and Trusty Safety team, and again, like this is the top of the top. This person, in their own words, directly reports to Dan Clancy. Okay, so I don't know what else to say aside from that, and we're going to get into a little bit more history of him. But first, I want to get into some clips. So let's do that first, and then we'll go at the end start diving in a little bit deeper. So all right, let's get into the first clip here from the top dog that reports directly to the CEO, Dan Clancy, the head
Twitch's
of
top dog.
the safety and policy team. What's he going to say about the election coming up here? I'm curious.
Like the saying goes, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. 2016 was not a fluke. Donald Trump is the most American president we ever had, and he reflects who America really is. America is a racist country. America is a country that will prioritize a white candidate who is riddled with controversy and inadequacy and racism and bigotry over a highly qualified woman, over a highly qualified person of color.
USA!
So there's a few things. First off, how insanely biased to even put these views out there when you're supposed to be like the unbiased dude running the stuff. And on the second part,
I basically just called all Americans racist, right? He was like, they voted in the white guy instead of the black woman, therefore racism. It's such a reductive take too. Like undoubtedly Trump has made a lot of crazy comments. I don't think you can deny that. He definitely has. Some are funny, some are probably a little bit too much. But the idea that like every person who voted for him is racist, the idea that like every, I don't know, conservative is racist is just straight up brain rot. But why would you not have that opinion? You know, people like to have the kind of victim complex, I think, unfortunately.
America is the least racist it's ever been today.
True.
Like, it's only been better. And I'm pretty sure that Obama was president for 2 years for 2 terms against Mitt Romney, who was a rich white billionaire, and against McCain, who was a fucking white war hero. Like,
wait, is Mitt Romney a billionaire? I know he's wealthy. What the fuck? What the fuck? Really? He's of the richest 7 politicians? Mitt Romney, number 6? Okay, billionaire. 235 million. Still, that's so much money. Holy shit. At 77 years old, the career politician said in an interview with The Atlantic that he was looking forward to retiring, citing stress so retirement would be good for his health. Holy shit. Is he really only 77? Does he get his hair colored or something? Looks pretty good for 77, honestly. Maybe I'm schizo, but I feel like he could pass for much younger. I don't know if he's getting his hair dyed here to get that nice, like the gray Polly Walnuts wings, but damn. Goddamn. Can anyone bring me up to speed? Yeah, we've been smoking fentanyl, basically. I wish I had the ability to do insider trading. Me too, honestly. I wish I did. If I could insider trade, I would do it right now. If I could insider trade and get away with it, I would have so much money. It would be absolutely insane. It'd be absolutely insane.
To say that we're, the reason that Kamala didn't win is because we're racist is just out of touch. I think that there's other things to it besides the fact that we're racist. I mean, like, just quick stats. This isn't going to be like a huge debunking here, but like, interracial marriage approval is at an all-time high.
And we love that. And we personally love that. We personally need more. I think that we need a lot more interracial marriage. I personally only would marry a black woman personally. And I think that's good. I would only ever date a black woman, dude. Okay? If you're white and you're not dating a black girl, what are you doing? What are you doing? Okay? That's just disgusting. You need to be having black children now. Now.
Unemployment is at an all-time low. Like, it's just not true what he's saying, and it's just really disappointing to see from someone who's supposed to be unbiased, someone who's gonna.
Would you date a black man? That's a great question. Maybe I need to branch out.
Apply the rules evenly. Who just basically thinks that if you voted for Trump, you're racist. I don't know what to say there. Like, I know a lot of people that voted for Trump, and they're not racists. They had different reasons for doing it. Like, some of them are Jewish people that voted for him because they're genuinely scared and they didn't feel like
I feel like the majority of people that voted for Trump are just concerned with I could be reading the room wrong. There are social conservatives who voted for him because they, like people who are, I guess, people who like that Roe v. Wade was overturned by his stacked Supreme Court. They probably like that. But in general, I feel like a lot of them is just the economy. I feel like a lot of them is just they're concerned with inflation. They see things getting expensive. They want to make more money. They think that he'll fix it. Whether he'll fix it or not remains to be seen. But I think that for the majority of them, it's just like they look at the economy, they think it sucks, so they want him to win. That's basically it.
Kamala was going to go far enough. I'm not saying I agree with that or I disagree with that. I'm just saying that
the economy,
people are just racist because they voted for Trump. And it's so fucked up that the Twitch trust and safety manager is just coming out here and saying, oh, yeah, that's the reason you're a
Well, it kind of makes perfect sense that this guy is a Hasan viewer, right? It kind of makes perfect sense that this kind of person that believes that the entirety of the United States is racist because Donald Trump won would consequently also believe that that Hasan did nothing wrong ever, right? That makes perfect sense to me. That seems like what he should be thinking. He seems like the perfect guy for Twitch. Hire more people like him.
racist. All right, one more. Let's do it.
Am I the only one who's been seeing these bots on political content? So the other day I did a post just talking about what Kamala Harris had
I heard cyanide tastes like candy. Yeah, my dad told me that.
on a debate. That was it. Nothing about policies or anything like that. And yet the vast majority of the comments are just from bots like this. Kamala Harris sanctions diligence, hope
Oh my God, bots on a social media platform? Say it ain't so.
and progress are wait with Kamala Harris. Clearly, these are real people. I don't need to click on the profile to see that this is just someone who has no pictures. They're just kind of following a bunch of people. These people are clearly bots. They're not people. They're just
They're bots, dude. He's having Destiny's schizo arc. They're bots.
bots. I know a lot about this because I work in online trust and safety. I am the head of policy at Twitch, and I was at Facebook.
Being this opinionated and saying that like the entire country is racist while also proudly proclaiming what your job is so people can look into you is such a bad idea. Such a bad idea. Going to bed, can you read chat a bedtime story? Yeah, I have a really scary story. You wake up, okay? Imagine you go to bed tonight, all right? This is a really scary one, okay? This is actually a really scary story. I don't know if you guys know how scary this is, but it's very scary. All right, I need to get some music to communicate this to you. All right, guys, here we go. It's 10 o'clock p.m. You're settling into bed after a long day at McDonald's. It's been a nice day. You kiss your boyfriend goodnight. You finish your BBC therapy for the day. Everything's going well. You go to bed happy that you had another successful day. And that's it. That's the end of your day. Things are looking good. But you wake up and you immediately sense in the air something's wrong. You can smell it. It's that distinct scent you haven't smelled since middle school. And that smell is cooties. You sit up straight in your bed, horrified at what may have happened. The blackout curtains making the room dark, but you know there's something amok. You think, oh, maybe I'll check in with my boyfriend. Maybe things are good. You turn to your left, and what you see disturbs you beyond belief. Laying in bed is a 5'6" blonde woman with big naturals. You can't believe your eyes. You can't believe what's happening. You think, no, it can't be. I'm gay. I like guys. There's no way there's a woman next to me with big naturals. Double D's, triple D's even? You can't even tell how big they are. It's disgusting. She has tits? It's foul. I'm sorry. Your whole life was a lie. You were straight. It was all a dream. All right. There you go. Pretty scary, I know. Didn't mean to keep you up, but you know, you never know when it's going to hit you, man. You never know when it's going to come around and get you. So just be careful. That's all I'm saying. Just be careful, bro. Be careful out there, boys.
During the 2020 election, and I joined in 2017 shortly after the 2016 election with the IRA, aka the Russian.
Now, aka the Hasan.
You would think TikTok would like try to button up for this election, given that this is probably the last election that they'll see, because as of today, they're still being banned by the end of the year. So you would think that they'd be like, hey, like, let's not screw up this election like other companies have done. But you'd be wrong.
It was all a ladyboy show.
It's so stupid. Twitch, like, who famously can't even consistently do bans, can't even stop view bots, is gonna like the fact that you're commenting on anyone else's social media platform is pretty fucking hysterical. Honestly, this is like Twitch is the.
Well, you have to understand, like, they're not Hasan. If they were Hasan, it would be fine. If they were calling for all Israelis to die, if they were laughing at videos of female police officers getting shot, that would be cool. If these commenters were saying that rich people deserve to get raped, then they would be cool. The problem is they're not saying that, okay? They're shitting on Kamala Harris, and that is more disgusting than anything I've ever seen in my life, frankly.
The least technically competent company, I think, that I know of. It's just a fact. All right, this is a quick one. I'm just going to do the first thing because it's like the start of this video, and the guy like is just dishonest from like day one to sell this fucking.
Left-wing swing? Where's the actual left-wing outrage like 2016? No riots, no hashtag not my president this time. No one cares. Gamers need to stop cosplaying politics and give us the jar tent we want. We do need more jar tent. Debunking SJWs and feminazis too. We criticize reactionists in hopes they get the boot. Just a robot marches on. Dude, bring that back. Bring that shit back, bro. We gotta go back.
Fucking narrative. It's so fucking stupid.
Maybe you think it's fine that wrote with an A peaked during the 4 years that Donald Trump was first in office.
Okay, so
Trump
was in office from 16 to 20. Okay, so that's here to here. So yeah, that's higher. Seems like it was going up before. Is there anything that was going on there? Can we take a look? Well, first off, this doesn't look so hot for the times before Trump. Like, what's going on here? Why does it go up so much? Oh, is it because the FBI completely changed its definition of rape?
The gorilla mode statistics are increasing, chat. They're going way up. All hail Turkish Thomas and Chad Wendigoon, Lord of Gooning. Do not call him a Chad. He's my sissy femboy.
In that this stat is fucking meaningless, and that these numbers could have been, this right here may have been fucking 10 times higher. It's just so, like, this shit, this is Twitch culture. This is it. It's a sun. It's a sun and another face right here. A misleading graph, not showing key information, designed to sell a fucking narrative. All right, another one. This one's pretty fucked up.
POV, Hurricane Helene going crazy, but the scene in Step Up 2 go crazier. Stitch incoming. What is this?
So I'm going to play it, and then I'm going to go over it for you. So we're just going to go at 1.5 speed.
What is this?
Yeah.
I want to talk about crisis clout. 2 words that I never thought of.
I want to talk about crisis clout. Let's talk about crisis clout, dude. The fact she threw it back in the middle of Hurricane Helene.
Another one. This one's pretty fucked up. So I'm going to play it, and then I'm going to go over it for you. So we're just going to go at 1.5 speed.
I mean,
actually, no way.
The way she throws it back is just foul. It's disgusting. This guy at trying to get crisis clout off showing off her white ass on TikTok. This is just disgusting, dude. If it had been a black woman, it would have been cool, honestly. But because she's white, this is racist inherently. Okay, this is foul.
I want to talk about crisis clout. 2 words that I never thought I had to put together. So there's no shortage of people right now who are making content about the hurricane, specifically first-person POV content, because they ignored evacuation orders and stayed to get the perfect shot of water rushing in, or in this case, doing a number from Step Up 2. And it's lame, and obviously it's incredibly dangerous. In this case, the woman has electricity on and whatnot, and I mean, arguably that's...
Yeah, it could shock her, dude. It's dangerous, you know. It's really just dangerous, man. Like she needs to stop the crisis clout. It's such a fucking non-issue. Like, okay, yeah, it is dangerous, I guess, but who's gonna get hurt? It's gonna be her. She's the one who's gonna get hurt. Can she not shake her guy at in the middle of a hurricane? Are you not allowed to go in the eye of the storm and twerk? This is bad. Tom, what do you do when the things they are here? Give in. They're your friends. Give them a big hug, dude.
Sewage water anyway, but the point is, like, where is the logical extension of
Bro, let her shit max in the sewage water. It's base. Come on, dude. She's doing what she loves.
this? I really feel like Charles Darwin missed the ball on this one because he was just like survival of the fittest, but like these idiots should not have like survived the genetic like I don't know how we got here.
He wants her to die, bro.
But as somebody who's built a decent sized audience,
Like, this is actually pretty fucked up. And I'm going to say it for like a few reasons. First off, I know this guy in his probably dual income, $1 million a year household doesn't understand this, but this hit like an incredibly fucking poor area where people may not have been able to afford to leave, right? That's it. It's just sometimes it's not a fucking option for you to go.
Yeah, that's super true. And like, you know, when you can't afford to leave in the middle of a hurricane, what is it? Are you going to like not twerk? Are you not going to throw it back? Are you not going to throw back your bubble butt? I mean, I feel like you have to. Like, that's all there is. Tom showed me his turkey and it is in fact dark. That's very true.
Go anywhere. Okay. Second off, it's a hurricane coming and people are telling you flooding is coming. I understand. I do, because I've looked into this a little bit, but not all these people are going to spend all their time on the internet and say flooding. I'm at 3,000 feet elevation. These guys are fucking stupid. Like, you don't understand. They may not know that, like, yeah, this can affect you. This can fuck your shit up. And to say that, like, all of these people stayed there to fucking do clout, how about that's all that they fucking can do right now? Like, their house is destroyed. They've lost everything. And you want to tell a bunch of, I guess, inbred, stupid white people, hey, you're not allowed to make a fucking TikTok video when you just lost everything.
Well, I mean, exactly. Like, you can't be racist to white people, as we said before. You know, it's impossible. It's literally impossible. You know, you can only be racist if it's towards black people. Hispanic people, maybe we'll include them a little bit just for fun, but generally, it's just impossible. Why is he harassing this black man? Yeah, that's a great question. I don't know. Dan sounds extremely racist here. I mean, to even criticize a black guy is very difficult as a white person because, you know, they're facing institutionalized racism. What are you facing? What are you facing realistically? Being given a free Porsche by the government? Come on, guys. You know, Tom Dark showed me his Tom, and it is in fact turkey. I did not do that. That's not true. It's a false allegation. I will ban you from my chat forever. Goodbye.
It's just so fucked up. is like actual fucked up. Well, I'm sorry that all these people who lost the genetic lottery, okay, and don't have as much money as you do in San Francisco in your dual income household, couldn't leave their house, and God forbid they fucking try to make some levity of the situation that they just fucking lost everything. It's just like, it's like infuriating, this fucking shit. All right, this next one's a little bit too funny, but I'm gonna do it anyways. I don't know how this all ties back to a meme, but somehow this guy lives the Jesse Lee Peterson experience. So here we go.
Do you love black people?
Sure, I love black people.
Based.
Amazing.
I'm telling you. Amazing.
All right, so we got it in there. So that's funny. That's a classic clip of a pretty bad dude, but well, both of them are pretty bad dudes, actually.
What do you mean? He's black. How can he be bad? He's cool. He's based, dude. He's awesome. He's fucking sick. I remember seeing some, like, I don't know if I'm being schizo here. I feel like there was some article that came out that claimed that Jesse Lee Peterson is actually secretly gay, which he's like a very conservative guy who is like avowedly anti-gay. So it seems kind of like an insane thing. Am I imagining this or did this happen? The Daily Beast. Allegations of Manosphere pastors gay past royal macho men. Oh, they're trying to get me to subscribe to the Daily Beast? Why would I ever do that ever in my fucking life? The article does exist. I don't know how real it is, but I can confirm that it does exist behind the fucking stupid ass paywall I'm looking at right now. Okay, it does exist somewhere. You can help refugees. I will be right now. After I stream YouTube drama, I'll be getting right on that right away. Right fucking away.
Here we go. A post from a long time ago, granted, 2016 here, but somehow the reality is you can't really claim to love black people if you've never complained to HR about the lack of diversity at your company. You funded an objectively stupid app, but you don't have any black-owned companies in your portfolio. You've never brought a black person as a guest to your member-only club.
I personally know there's a lot of black members in my membership subscription. I actually make sure to give it away to them for free. Actually, I pay them to be members, is what I do. That's the truth. I pay people who watch my content to be members if they're black because they deserve it, because they're black and because I'm white. And it's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Are you going to pay me? Yes, African nationalist. I will pay you right away. You'll get paid right away. Tom's lying. No, I'm not. What do you mean? I'm telling the truth. I only tell the truth, dude. I've never lied once in my life.
You've never
True
referred a black
reparations.
person for a job. You've never
Do they have to prove it? Yeah, they need to send a full body picture to prove it.
hired a black person for a meaningful role. You didn't invite any black people to your wedding. A black person who showed up as a +1 doesn't count. Like, this is on this dude's Medium account. You can read the whole article here.
You're racist if you've never referred a black person for a job. You've never hired a black person for a meaningful role. You didn't invite any black people to your wedding. That's so cool. That's fucking awesome. This guy rocks, though. This guy's telling the truth, all right? Come on. This guy's my goat.
Hysterical. How captured this guy is.
The Dono
Completely.
Max.
It's the far left shit. Like, there is no bias in the Twitch trust and safety team anymore. There isn't. There isn't. It's literally just the most absolute far left people. Every single one of these people would get rid of Nick Merckx and Tim the Tatman and Asmongold and everything if they could. If there's a way. And you see that because the second these guys even remotely cross the line into something, whatever it is, they're instantly banned. But then you have these other streamers that are on the other side that will make insane statements calling for people to get shot or killed, doing racial tier lists with Arabs at the top and Zionists at the bottom. Or, I honestly don't even know where to pick because there's so many crazy things. Hasan going on an inbred rant about Jews over and over and over and over and over again. It's something that can only happen if, when these guys go home, it's like they must just watch Hasan because it's indistinguishable. It literally is. All right, I think this is going to be kind of...
That's bullshit. I hit you up with my SWC. And you still didn't? Okay. Well, I have actually prepared something. Okay, so we have a new tool on the website. This is my website right here. You have to use this site, fixyourcomputertoday.com, but essentially, this is the support ticket we filled out. You're going to want to go to this article here. We outline everything you can do to use it and how to use the basically like PR support team that we have here. This is my anti-racism tool. If you have complaints about racism, it goes right here. And we deal with it very well. We deal with it very quickly, and we're gonna be handling your entire just situation there and making sure that you're not being hurt. Okay, you're not being hurt. So just file a support ticket here with this bin, and we'll give you help out real quick. Okay.
The last part of here, and then I'll do my outro on this. So the last thing I want to pull up here, I mean, there's more videos, and you guys can go through them unless these guys go and private their TikToks, which they usually do, and they private all their stuff, or maybe they'll get a response for once. That would be nice. But the last thing is, this is kind of a recent thing from this guy. So this is on his LinkedIn 2 months ago. And what I wanted to call attention to here is something that's pretty fucking crazy. So first off, blah, blah, blah. He's reporting directly to the Twitch's CEO. He's the head of policy, outreach, and education at Twitch. As I said before, the people, Fadzai, and all the trust and safety people that I saw, I believe, are directly reporting to this person. So what catches my eye here is two things. I have a small TikTok following, and now I have over 25,000 followers, including Joy Reid, and this is just I think a black designer, and Mia Khalifa. Okay?
Mia Khalifa, yes, dude, I love her. I love her content, dude. I'm a big fan of her older stuff. The new stuff, not so much, but the older stuff, when she was sort of, the thing about Mia Khalifa people don't understand is, like, people criticize her now, but the thing is, like, you gotta give her respect. She was a part of that edgy wave of the internet. She was posting a lot of uncensored, edgy content back in the day. She was sort of on like an iDubbbz wave, and I personally think she gave a lot of great commentary. There's this one video where she kind of ironically wore a hijab, and she got a lot of controversy for it, but I think she was speaking truth to power there, and kind of, there's a very famous quote from Mia Khalifa where she said either all of it's okay or none of it's okay, and I personally agree with that quite a bit, and I think that as a result we need to really respect her. So if he's about to shit on her at all, I'm going to be very upset. I'm going to have a lot of problems. I don't know if he's going to do that, but I personally am going to have a lot of issues with that. Okay, so just, be careful here, okay? Be careful what you say, Dan. I don't know if I'm going to be able to be on your side there. Also, what she said about veterans. Base department, am I right, guys? Veterans freaking suck, dude. America sucks. They deserve PTSD. So, I mean, there was that. But ultimately, like, the older, uncensored, unfiltered content, some may say, was really where you're going to get the real good Mia Khalifa content, okay? So just give her a break, okay? Give her a break. She was a part of the culture. She was, like, part of that iDubbbz Filthy Frank type wave,
Joy Reid, who is pretty, I mean, this is not a good person. I mean, it's very, again, progressive Hasan politics. That's fine. But Mia fucking Khalifa? Like, Mia Khalifa is like
Based.
The fucking Hitler
Beautiful.
Of hating fucking Jews. Why would you call
the Hitler of hating Jews? I feel like there might be a different Hitler of hating Jews. I don't know what his name would be, but I feel like if you're going to make that comparison, I feel like there is a different Hitler of hating Jews. There might be. I don't know his name. There might be one out there. I feel like it's on the tip of my tongue. The Hitler of hating Jews. I don't know who he is, but I know he exists. I know I've heard of him. Man.
Call that person out on your, like, oh, I'm so happy that Hitler followed me. Like,
good morning.
By the way, tell me if this
Good
video
morning,
sounds
Mia.
familiar to anything that recently happened on Twitch.
To everybody who is not in the U.S. military. Good morning to everybody who is sitting
that's
at
me.
home.
That's me.
and
I'm sitting at
not
home.
on soil that doesn't belong to them, fighting a war for a country that doesn't care about.
Oh, that's me. I'm not fighting. I'm on soil that belongs to me. I'm a native Aboriginal American. I'm a part of the Wampanoag Skadoodkot tribe. So I appreciate that. You respect me, Mia, and I like you a lot. I think you're awesome, dude. I think you're sick, and I like the fight that you're fighting right now. Okay, you have some good points. All right.
I hope you go over there and get your little brain all scrambled up with PTSD. And
Like, I'm not gonna.
I can't commit to the bit anymore. She's too fucking annoying. She's just too insufferable, man. Obviously, we already covered this on stream, but to even say something like that is so fucking retarded. The lack of empathy is diabolical. Okay, I'd say she's the Hitler of hating soldiers. That might be more accurate. The Hitler of hating Jews. I feel like there is one of those somewhere.
Watch the whole thing because it's fucking disgusting. But I think we know who this is.
Any other motherfucker, you're joining them. You're like, oh my god, I want my fucking Camaro, no student loans. Fuck you. I hope you get PTSD. And I hope you get no health insurance when you get back into fucking America.
Look at her giddy fucking laugh at saying something so weird. Like, look at how she feels like she's getting away with it. She's like a 9-year-old schoolgirl.
I said the edgy thing on Twitter. Base, America sucks.
And they posted it in my head. I'm like, base?
Thomas the Train. Stop. No. No. More like Percy.
This is the worst person, and the fact that he is calling out this person, that's it. That's all I need to know, right? Like, you just don't do that. There's not any positive qualities of this person at all, aside from their fucking complete hatred of Jews and Israel and everything else. So you may not be sold, that's fine, but there you go. All right, so
Well, I feel like he called out a lot of people I like here. You know, this individual, I don't remember his name right now, which is kind of racist of me, but I'm a big fan of his content. Also a big fan of Mia Khalifa personally. Also a big fan of Dan Clancy from Twitch. So it's kind of disappointing he decided to go down this route. I didn't think that Dan would be taking the pro-white, anti-reparation, racist stance, but you know, it is what it is. Sometimes this happens, man. She ruined the word base for me forever. Dude, the word base has been ruined for fucking, I feel like since like 2016. Base used to mean racist, sexist, and homophobic, and now it means hating Israel. Cringe. Notice how Tom can't name a single black person? What do you mean I love PewDiePie?